Hello, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time to be in my channel, my name is Miss Maria Vasquez Presbitero, and I love to talk about love and relationships and anything in between. If you missed my previous episode, which is on attachment style, I invite you to watch that one or watch this first. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to add more description to each of the attachment styles, and I'm going to read questions so you can evaluate yourself. And at the end of this episode, I'm going to leave the questions, two sets of questions actually, down in my description. So in your free time, you can go back and read it and assess yourself without rush. Take your time and find out which attachment style do you belong, because it can help you in your relationships. It can help you enrich your relationships. And when I say relationships, it doesn't limit to romantic relationships. We display the same pattern, the same behavior, the same responses, whether we are talking to our family, to our friends, to our best friends, to acquaintances, and to the strangers, and even to our cats and dogs. So, attachment styles are patterns of how people form and maintain emotional bonds in relationships, typically shaped by early interactions with caregivers. So there are 4 attachment styles. The first one is secure attachment. People with secure attachments feel comfortable with intimacy and independence. They trust others, communicate openly, and can maintain healthy emotional boundaries. Situation: Alex and Jordan have a disagreement. Instead of shutting down or yelling, one of them would say, "Hey, come on, let's talk about how we feel." And then they resolve the issue with mutual understanding. Anxious attachment. Anxiously attached individuals crave closeness but often fear abandonment. They may become overly dependent or seek constant reassurance from partners. Situation: when their partner don't respond to their text after a few hours, they would panic. They would think that the other person is losing interest already and would send more follow-up text after text after text. Avoidant attachment. Avoidant individuals value independence and often struggle with emotional closeness. They may withdraw or shut down when intimacy grows. Situation: after a deep emotional conversation with his girlfriend, Ryan suddenly becomes distant for a few days, saying, "I just need space," to avoid feeling too vulnerable. Fearful avoidant attachment or disorganized attachment. This style is a mix of anxious and avoidant traits. Individuals fear being too close and being abandoned. They often experience emotional confusion in relationships. So if you see relationships that are like moving back and forth, one retreats, the other one follows, the other one backs up, and the other one follows. They are like dancing cha-cha. They are not really at one and move forward at the same time. They fear and they avoid, and it brings confusion. The first assessment is just a 5-minute test. This is created by Thais Gibson. She is the founder of integrated attachment theory. which is the program I am enrolled in for my coaching program. Question: I feel naturally comfortable and safe expressing my feelings and needs to loved ones. True or false? I feel very upset when others infringe on my need for a space or time alone. True or false? I am willing to work through challenges in a relationship before suddenly trying to leave the relationship. If you're not in a relationship, think of how you handle conflict with your friend, with your business partner, with just the people you are in contact with on a daily basis. That is, if you are not in a relationship, think of those situations. I tend to be out of touch with my emotions quite frequently. True or false? I am very attuned to others' needs and often put them before my own and resent it later. Now, into our next set of questions. This is a research-based questions to assess attachment style. Now, in scoring yourself, this is using Likert scale. Likert scale is a way of rating your score using the scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest. In this case, it is strongly disagree, and 5 being the highest. And in this case, it's strongly agree. So 5 is the highest, strongly agree. 1 is the lowest, strongly disagree. And the numbers in between are 2 disagree, 3 neutral, 4 agree. So I'm going to put my score in here. I'll be vulnerable this time, exposing my score. Okay, so just to enlighten some of you who need example. So there are about 12 questions, and you rate yourself from 1 to 5. First question: I find it easy to get emotionally close to others. I put 4 here because this is true to me. This is agree. I agree. Next, I am comfortable depending on others and having them depend on me. And I put 1. 1 is strongly disagree. Why? Because I am not comfortable depending on others, and I don't want them to depend on me either. So strongly disagree. Next, I don't worry about being alone or others not accepting me. And I put here 5. 5 being the highest, 5 being strongly agree. Because I don't worry. I don't worry at all if I'm not included. I don't worry if I'm not accepted. And if I'm being alone, because I enjoy being alone. So that for me, that's strongly agree. Next, I need a lot of reassurance that I am loved by my partner. And I answered 3, which is neutral. Why I picked 3 is because if I'm in a relationship with the person, I'm already in that stage of life where if I have a relationship with someone, I will tell him that these are what I need. Boom, 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 boom. So on a daily basis or on a regular basis, I don't need that lots of reassurance because it's already given. Because if he doesn't give it to me, sorry. Okay. So, yeah, I don't need a lot of reassurance because that should, for me, that should have been agreed upon in the beginning. Next statement: I value my independence more than close relationships. And I put here 2. 2 being disagree. My relationships are important to me. They're of utmost value. So I don't care if my independence is at stake, you know. I can assure you that it's not an everyday situation. So it doesn't really matter if my independence is in some way compromised. There you go. Those are examples of the questions that are inside the two sets of questions that will help you assess yourself which of the four main attachment styles do you belong. And I hope the type of questioning and the way I answer them makes it more inviting for you to take part of it. It's for your own good, because personally it helped me. It helped me a lot in evaluating myself and how I deal with every situation I'm facing with in my relationships. So, and again, please subscribe. Please subscribe so you'll get notified the next time there's an episode coming up. Keep learning, to keep growing, and keep watching my channel.